Hello, unlimited friends. Today, my topic is about fixing a relationship that's gone off track. Maybe it's your ex that you still want back in your life. Maybe you're living together but not really feeling it. Maybe it's somebody who doesn't even know that you're interested in them. I'm going to show you how law of attraction works behind the scenes to manifest the things that happen, and how you can use it not behind the scenes but right up front and center consciously in order to get what you want. So let's get started. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com, and on this channel we discuss anything and everything to do with law of attraction so that we can apply it to our lives and create an unlimited life. So you want your ex back, or you want to improve your relationship with your partner or your spouse. The thing that is the biggest element that needs to be resolved is baggage, is that past history that you have with this person, which has resulted in this falling apart. It's that past history that is still an active vibration in both of you, in the other person as well as yourself. So when you think about the subject of being with this person, you activate all the history, because the history is connected to this person's name and face. Soon as you think about them, all of it is activated. But the good news is that along with the hurtful things and the anger or possible mistreatment or whatever it is, along with the negative stuff that you've got in your history, you also activate all the good stuff. The loving walks, the love making, the going out and enjoying a date, you activate all of that as well. The problem is that you are out of balance, and you've got to come back into balance in order for things to work in your best interest. So what do I mean when I say you're out of balance? Well, what I mean is you want a result, but you spend more time thinking about the opposite of that result than the good things and the bad things that happen in your past. So if you could just bring yourself to stop and only think about the good parts, then all the rest would just melt away. If you could make it a daily practice to do a couple of things, and the first thing is, and this is the best thing to do when you first wake up in the morning. So when you first wake up in the morning and you're still in bed, you haven't really picked up your cell phone, you're not really connected to the rest of the world, just close your eyes and breathe in all the way in to your abdomen a couple of times. 2 or 3 times is good. And then close your eyes, keep your eyes closed, and bring into focus in your mind's eye an image of this person, and send them a morning hug full of love. Even if they are in bed with you, beside you, or even if they are hundreds of miles away, it does not matter. If you send that vibration of love towards them, their vibrational antennas will capture that vibration. And at some level, maybe at a subconscious level, maybe not at a conscious level, they will receive it and respond to it as well. Because in the moment that you send them love, you become one. Not only with your inner being, but you also become one with their inner being. And their inner being loves you right back, because our inner beings are an extension of pure source energy. And the inner being of anyone never sees anything wrong with another person or a situation. So when you send love, you get love right back from the inner being part of it. Now, step 2, and I don't think many people would have, or maybe nobody would have taught you about this, but you have to stop talking to the individual and start talking to that individual's inner being. Yes, you got it. You've got to start having a conversation not with them, but with their inner being. The reason is, well, there are a couple of reasons, but the first reason is you don't have a history with the inner being because you've always been focused on the person and not their inner being. So when you start having a conversation with the inner being, it's fresh and new, and it can be full of love and joy. And the more you send love, the more you will get love back. So that person will be sending you unconsciously love back because their inner being will be loving you. So what are the kinds of things that you should say to the inner being? Here's a couple of ideas. First of all, you send love. You address the inner being and you say, inner being of so-and-so person, I send you all my love, and I know that you love me back tenfold. And inner being of so-and-so person, I want you to know that I love this thing about this person, and this thing about this person, and this thing about this person. And inner being of so-and-so person, I enlist your help. I enlist your help to improve the relationship between me and this person. Because whether we get together or not, what I really want is an improved relationship. I want that when I think of this person, I want to be able to send pure love. And I want them to be able to do the same towards me. So I'm enlisting your help, inner being, and then talk to your own inner being and address your inner being and say, please help me to be able to send a vibration of pure love. Now what's going to happen is that person's inner being and your inner being are in perfect alignment. They think the same way, and when you start thinking like them, then you are now privy to their power. Yes, that's right. You are now privy to their power. So you have to start looking at the other person through the eyes of these two inner beings, their inner being and your inner being. What does an inner being think and say about a person? Well, it doesn't matter if it's your inner being or the other person's inner being. Inner beings see only perfection. So there's no baggage. When you see the other person through the eyes of their inner being and your inner being, you have to let go of all the history that was behind you. You have to let go all of that and start completely fresh. It's like saying, hello, here I am, and I would really like to get to know you. Let's begin. So, what do I like about you? And make a long list, as long as you can. And then, what do you like about me? And appreciate yourself. Because as you appreciate yourself, you raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you are aligned with all the inner beings. Okay, so then what you do is you prepave. Prepave having a happy ending. And I don't necessarily mean by a happy ending that you're going to jump into bed together, or you're going to start living under the same roof, or you're going to be together forever. That's not a happy ending. A happy ending is peace within. It's a feeling of satisfaction. It's a feeling of having no regrets. It's a feeling of looking forward to where you're going next rather than looking backwards. And letting go attachment to the outcome, meaning that you give control to your inner being to decide what is best for you. And you give control to the other person's inner being to decide what is best for them. Because you might in this moment think that this person is the only person in the whole wide world who can ever satisfy you. But you would be wrong, because that's just not law of attraction. Law of attraction says anything is possible, and for any possibility, there are tens of thousands of alternatives. Yes, tens of thousands. So there's no reason why this person is the end all and be all of everything that you've ever wanted. There are many out there who will satisfy your desires and perhaps over-deliver on what you want. But you have to be open to it. Sometimes what happens is, if you're not open to it, then the universe cannot lead you. And the universe cannot lead you back to the one you want, nor can the universe lead you forward to the one that you want, who is not presently in your manifested reality. You see, what happens is we are creating the future. And so this person that you want to be with whom you want an improved relationship, you've created a version of this relationship in your future. But if you dig in your heels and you refuse to go into the future, now the universe is limited, because the universe cannot bring you this person and the universe cannot bring you any other person as well. The only people you will meet will be ones who are on a low vibration. And the reason I say that you will only meet those people who are on a low vibration is because when you miss someone, the vibration of missing is the vibration of lack. It is not a vibration of abundance. And if you miss someone, that means that you're creating more of the missing of them in your future. Because whatever we are feeling now is what will appear for us in the future. So if you miss now, then you will miss tomorrow. If you have now, then you will have in the future. So remember that attachment to the outcome, digging your heels in and saying, no, this is what I want. I know what's good for me, and that's all I will accept. I will not accept any other alternative. That is attachment, and that is a lack of trust in the ability of the universe to create even bigger, better, more beautiful outcomes for you. So you really have to let that go. And what you have to say to yourself is, if this person is good for me, see, sometimes you only think that they're good, and then you start living with them and you find all sorts of faults in them. So what you have to do is release that decision making or judging another person. You have to release that, because that's a burden in itself. You release that by saying to the universe, if this person is good for me, and if I am equally good for them, if we can be happy together, grow together, and feel fulfilled along the journey, then let us come together. And if that is not true, then bring me the one person who will give me that satisfaction and to whom I will be able to give that satisfaction. That's pre-paving. That's putting your intention forth. That's putting your intention forth as well as relinquishing control and letting the universe guide you to whatever is best for you. Lastly, you have to look at yourself the way the two inner beings look at you. So when their inner being looks at you, and when your inner being looks at you, they see only perfection. And when you start seeing your own perfection, that's when you have the confidence and the joy and the satisfaction in your heart to know that you are worthy of all good things. And it's not because you're not worthy that the universe is not bringing you what you want, but it is actually because you are worthy of a lot more than what you think is possible. So I hope that you found this discussion useful, and if you did, do remember to post a comment for me to let me know, and subscribe so that I can invite you back for more. That's it for now, folks. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.